What you think, man?
I've been in the polyamory lifestyle. I can't even say lifestyle because it's not a lifestyle. It's a way of loving, not a way of living. I've been polyamorous for about 10 years now. Okay. And the mindset for me is mentally, I think I've been polyamorous longer than actually practicing it because I've always felt that this monogamy just doesn't fit for me. Right. I don't understand why I have to only love one person or why I can only show affection for one person. Where is this written? Why do I have to go along with what the societal standard supposedly is?
Right.
And then the problem comes when you love somebody too much. When you let yourself love somebody too much,
and they don't love you the same.
It's not even matter whether they love you back or not. They can love you back, but it's still unhealthy to love somebody that much. Which I understand that ideology of that. Well, I can't have. I might as well. I've been there. I know that. But at the same time, you have to realize, what your culpability is in a relationship going, however it went. You start thinking about, well, damn, I did this. So, you can love somebody too much. And then, see, that complicates things for us men because we already have a hard time forming those emotional attachments. You already told, don't do that.
The missing link to that goes back to a time before we even thought, why doesn't my father like me? Is that a protection for me?
Right.
Or is that the way he was raised? Or maybe somebody hugged him one day, a man hugged him. I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm just saying we got
but there are things that could have happened that absolutely that caused him to be the way he is.
Made him feel weird, needed.
Right.
So the things that we think are sometimes a rejection or a lack may have been a protection.
And most of the time they are like absolutely. But if we don't understand that, all we know is the rejection.
You see, what I understand with my father,
men were going to jail, killing each other, and then now we got bisexual, then we got gays, now we got transgender. So with all of that going on, the purpose of that was removing the black man, the black male from the household. Okay? So with him not being in the household, she's getting the welfare, or she's out there in the workforce, forced to take care of herself, and if she have children, to take care of the children alone. Whether he's in jail, whether he's dead, whether he's bisexual, whether he's gay, whatever. The black male was removed from the home, and black woman was forced to provide for the children, for herself.
You're missing one other thing that removes black male from the home. That's white women. Because after a while, it was a run on black men, white women. Yeah, white women. At one point, black men, they just had to have a white woman. No matter what their social economical status was, white women was the way to go. And so that pulled a lot of black men out of the house.
Damn, I sure missed that. I mean, I know Rick James, I know, you hit it. I just didn't think of that as a major absence of the black man. So
being a provider means so many things.
Right.
It means put you in a house. It means I got your back. It means we're doing this together. It means I'm not gonna walk away when things get hard. That's providing, right? I'm gonna provide emotional protection so that you can, I'll be present for you when you don't feel like you can be there for yourself or whatever, so there's so much more definition to the thing, right? And even on the flip side, looking at, the men with kids, right? I remember I did not want a man who had kids. And I was about 25 when I met my ex-husband and stuff like that.
Alrighty, another day, another dollar. Speak on It podcast. Another day, another blessing. As we get started tonight, moved it back a little bit. Let's see here. I was thinking about waiting till next week, but I say let me go ahead and get back in this thing. Hold on a minute. Let me reload everything up. Probably gonna use my iPhone tonight, even though I love my Android. Let's see. Okay. Trending topics. Let's see what we're gonna talk about tonight. We're not gonna do too many of the trending topics and things. We're just gonna kind of jump in it. A lot of things going on. But we're just gonna touch on a few of them. Let's see here. But yeah, it's been a lot of guys lately saying they need a whole lot of money to talk to females, and they just started flashing their little money. And so somebody asked me how did I feel about it, and so I figured I'd just share my idea. Okay. Alrighty, look at my guest is coming on. Let me let everybody on. George. We got the ladies in the building early. But they like, nah, we started late, so they actually not early.
Right.
Let's see here. Let me remove our screen here. So y'all can see the panel. And there they are.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
All right, what more people got going on today?
Shoot,
Everybody got going.
Another week passed by.
Oh yeah, it did that. In and out. Hold on. Let's see, I'm going to do this. Curtis sent me something. And Kurt sent me something earlier. We're gonna touch up on that first. But shout out. We got Anthony, we got AJ, George in the building.
Right.
That was kind of different. George getting loose back there.
No, I'm just getting settled.
Okay. You're gonna make me start bringing on a little something.
Shoot, nah. Just got coffee and cigar. You know, that's my trope.
Oh,
As long as
okay.
I got my coffee and my cigar, I can work.
You're drinking. I just need my drinking, my 2-step.
No. Nah, take a little bit more for me.
But all right, we're gonna do a quick trending topic. I see this a little different. What'd you
Thank
say
you for
that?
noticing me because somebody else wasn't even noticing me.
We did say AJ was in the building.
Hey.
What's happening there?
He still ain't noticed, I don't think.
I'm
Black.
trying to
That was
see. I
Chanel.
see your I see you. You just got you don't have you live, are you? I don't see you live.
Who?
AJ.
Oh, AJ
That's
ain't lying.
Chanel. That's Chanel.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
Oh, hold on.
That
I don't see Chanel.
Yeah, that's Chanel. That's what it is.
What's happening there?
in George Square.
look at me.
Bullshit therapist. Hey, I caught your show the other night, man. I love it. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I checked you out.
I
You know how we do though. We catch it the next day, but I seen it like the next day, and I watched the whole thing. It's entertaining. I like it, so I'm gonna be promoting it. So send it over this way so I can tag it.
All right.
George.
What's up?
Yeah, tag me in her podcast. I think she going on Tuesday nights. Monday night, ain't it?
Sunday at 7.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I caught it.
Yeah.
I caught it Monday, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I post and tag you in and everything.
Yeah, do that. She be going off, y'all. Y'all need to check her out. She do similar to what we do, but she go more into the therapy side. If she addressed the problem and then put the spin on it with her therapy twist, the no bullshit therapy. So y'all go check that out. Right. Similar to what George be doing. George been very active. All these little interviews.
Yeah,
and
I
things
probably
he
put
got
in my
coming up.
resignation over here and then put in my resume over there.
Oh yeah.
Put in my 2 weeks and
support it all.
transfer.
Right.
You gonna put in
Yeah,
your
You hear me,
transfer?
George? Put in my
I
2
heard
weeks
it. I caught
and
it
transfer.
Yeah, you can transfer.
I know, right? But yeah, it's different nights, so support it all, do what you want, you know what I'm saying? The train
Can
gonna keep on rolling.
Can I say something right quick?
Not the
The
train gonna
train
keep on rolling.
gonna keep on rolling. Okay,
Can I say something right quick? Yeah, if y'all follow me on George P. Brooks on Facebook, the other night I've been writing a lot. I've been writing a lot of essays, a lot of deep thought stuff. So, what I'm doing, I'm starting to do a collection of essays, and I did my first little book the other night. Is gonna be coming out soon. So if you follow me there, I keep you updated on it and do excerpts. I'm also doing audio books on it. I'll be posting clips of those and making it available as well.
And I've been listening to his clips.
Heard that.
He get a little deep
I'm
now.
gonna send you a request.
Yeah, he goes deep.
That's up.
He real deep, real deep. All righty. Now this is what Kurt sent. And I think all of us, like last week when we played a clip similar to this, all of us were kind of in agreement. I think all of us agreed. Now this one gives a little different twist to it.
Right.
You got me fucked up! You gonna punch me? You gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? You gonna hit me? You got somebody else to call? No, please, please. What's her number? What's her number? What's her phone number? 707. Hey, you hiding my arm! 707. You hiding me!
You went too far. You got it, that's the devil, okay? That's the devil. That police officer is the devil. Okay? That's the devil. Hey, y'all, I gotta move this line.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck off of that lady. You ain't screaming like a man, bro. You is wrong. You is wrong.
Okay. All right. Okay. I saw that.
He
Okay,
needed
I
some
saw that.
backup.
I saw that. Okay, she said he punched her. I didn't see that. Okay, so if he did that, he did wrong. But
He
here's the
kind of
thing.
clipped her. He kind of
She,
clipped her.
yeah,
on her
yeah,
jaw.
but she was doing the most
But
though.
she was fighting him.
Yeah, she was fighting him. So I mean, I ain't saying he should have squared up, but she squared up with him too. So I don't see.
I mean, you
Yeah,
square
it's
with a
it's
man.
Yeah, you square with a man. Hey, you want to be equal and shit. You square with a dude. Hey, if whatever happened, happened. I don't see. I ain't got no problem with it. He ain't the devil to me. He was just doing it. She was the one squirming and resisting. It is what it
I
is.
love how AJ placed that instead of her fighting with an officer. As a woman, I ain't never thought in my mind I could beat up no man. That
Right.
I could go toe to toe with a man.
I
That's
ain't
first
finna swear.
place.
I
Y'all
ain't even
women never cease
you.
to amaze me on this thing.
That's
Damn,
why
every
I could have
time I
gone
think I
over.
got
That's
y'all
why I could have
ass
put
in the
my 2 weeks
corner.
notice in and get on
I
over
think
to
I'm
the
gonna
no
have to go
bullshit
with
Thursday.
you, girl. Is she hiring? Ah, man.
I ain't
So
never
what
thought in
made
my
you
life
just
I could
think
whoop
we
no
We
some
don't need a
man.
ghetto
two week
bitches? No,
notice.
you didn't think we just hood as fuck.
He sure
Right.
do think that about us. It
Right.
ain't never gave I could fight no man and win.
And mine. Look at we.
See, I think I think sometimes you forget we don't have. See, Anthony and AJ are not regular women. They queens. They
Man, we
See,
wear
queens.
I mean,
breed.
I get
We
that.
come from
I
a
get
different
that, but I
color. We
just figured
wear
they would
breed.
take her side because he was, to me, a little over aggressive
No,
with
he
a
He
woman.
wasn't.
was. He
No, he
was.
no,
wasn't.
But
he
And
on the
I
definitely
other
feel
was, but
like,
it's some
after she
police
tried to
officers.
spur up.
Right.
I
But
Well,
mean,
hey,
it's some
it's
officers
whatever,
out here
whatever.
that are dickheads. I hate that we don't ever get these videos from the tippy top.
Right, right.
I hate we
like
don't
what
because there's some
led to
officers.
that.
Yes, it's some officers that are dickheads. Like this started off with my blinker, my tail light being out, and now I end up being arrested and beat and slung on the ground. Cause they have a God complex. Some of them don't talk
Yeah.
back, don't talk too smart, don't get too rough out, don't say what you questioning me for. Like it'll
Yeah,
be
don't ask me
why do
why.
I sir why do you need my license, my registration? What did I do? I'll tell you when I get it. It'll
Don't
start
ask
right
me why.
there. Yeah. So some of them are dickheads and weirdos.
But I say this though, just looking at the video, she was resisting, man. I mean, when you come down
And it's
to it,
like other
you got
people try to help her get away from the police. How does that
Nah,
work?
my thing was she had an opportunity to run when they let her go and she tried to fight. And that's the part that I was like, bitch, you
well,
had a chance to get away.
she had a chance to get out her feelings and just try to be calm and put her hand behind her back too.
Yeah, I would say nobody using common sense either.
No.
Nobody using
Well,
common sense. Children out there screaming and
Kirk
hollering,
said he
it's
don't
pouring
care what
down
nobody
raining.
say. That guy, that officer was wrong.
Well, you be right
Now,
with her. Well, you wrong. That's all right. Everybody be wrong. But I'm saying, looking at the tape, see, that's what's wrong with a black folk. We two and our feelings. We see this shit, we get emotional. But if you look at it logically, like a man's supposed
But
to
it
look at
do
it, huh?
my bad, George. It
I
do
mean,
be
you got
some
to look
weird
at it.
shit going on.
Right, it
Like,
is. It is. But that, and don't think that don't strike some emotion to me, but looking at it logically and stoically, she
right,
was
yeah.
resisting. Was she not?
Yeah.
But
All
it
right.
also gives what happened and why did it get this far? How did it
Yeah.
get to that level?
But
But
it's
like you
only
said, he was
right.
trying to detain her
Right.
and she was trying to resist.
Right.
Now he got more aggressive, but she got more aggressive as well. You can't sit up and just not see where like everything that she did was right. Everything she
Right.
did working. And she had a child there. She should have thought of her child first.
Right. Right. See, that's the
Exactly.
thing.
yeah.
That's
See,
what I was saying too.
I
Kids
be
out there
preaching.
crying.
Right. I be
That
preaching
would have made me
accountability.
calm all the way down. That would have
Yeah.
calmed me all the way down.
Way down. See, I be preaching
Yeah.
accountability, man. In these instances, one thing and people last week that didn't agree that it was dude's fault. We hold folks accountable for their part. I'm not saying I deal with fucked up police. I know what this like. But when they tell your ass to settle down, just go and do this. So she was wrong. She too emotional, too in her feelings, and then what happened? Now, do I agree that he was rough with it? Yeah, but what you expect them folks to do? You know what you're dealing with going into situations. Stop acting a damn fool, then complain about you
Especially
doing.
now.
And stop on about the
Especially now.
devil shit. Stop.
And on top of that though, she was about ready to one up on him till he had to spring on him.
Yeah.
She was for beat his ass. He had to
She
remind
was
her, you
tough.
trying to fight a man.
He had to grab her and everything. She was a tough
Right.
cookie for him. And now
Yeah,
my
he
ego
slung
getting
her ass
involved in
down.
the
So
rain. This woman whooped my ass in front of everybody. All that player
Right,
cap.
all that call and that.
Right.
All
Break.
well, at least he
Hey,
didn't.
hey,
At
I
least he
say
didn't
this.
pull out his gun and shoot her. You
Right.
know.
And
yeah. Now
my
that
thing
is
is,
true.
bring on the hate mail,
Yeah.
man. We don't give a fuck. We just gonna call it like we see it on here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying when I first seen it. I was like, well,
Or
she
you
is
know,
putting up a
even
fight.
like it's almost like if he had tased her, that would have been like real, like too much. Just come on, man. You can't get hold of this woman. Get hold of her, man. Get hold to her. You know.
That girl bucking like she was in a rodeo. She had her boots in the ground.
Yeah, that's her fault. This
Man.
all on her. This all on her. Even bruised, that's her fault. She did that to herself, man. We a black folk need to do better and stop with this slave shit. Don't get me started, man.
Yeah. Well, we gonna get you started. Let's see, what was this here? Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you
y'all
can
already
if you
know
want
we
to.
lost D'Angelo.
Right.
But it's just how they say he did Angie Stone, and then months later, same year he go ahead and leave. Pancreatic cancer. So
Right.
How did
you
he
know.
do Angie Stone? I don't know.
Well, they say he kind of like took her spot, didn't support her, used her, and you know.
But Angie, I think Willie put him on back in the day.
Right. And then he left her, got where he was kicked her to the curb, had a baby, kicked her to the curb, went on with his life. And a couple of songs she got was about him, some of her hits. So, but
And then
yeah, he's
as
going.
they got older, become amicable though.
I mean, they were cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but she was speaking on that right before she passed, what she went through with him. She was saying things in the different interviews. But yeah, she did say that she has no animosity or whatever against him, but he did do her wrong,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and I was just listening to him Sunday. We was coming back from Louisiana, and How Does It Feel came on the radio, and then when I found out he had passed, I like that's just crazy.
Right.
Think he was just trying to come back. They always be them artists that leave and they be trying to come back and then they croak. I just wouldn't make no more goddamn music. Like,
Well, can I say something right quick? Piggyback off that. He
yeah,
died from pancreatic cancer, which is one of the worst ones. So take that opportunity, brothers, especially us black men. We need to get our cancer screenings. We need to get our prostate screenings. We need to take better care of ourselves because, I know with pancreatic cancer, that's pretty bad. But a lot of these preventable cancers that a lot of us die from as black men, we can prevent them. So get off your ass and go to the doctor.
right. Yeah, so y'all go and then they go for our women too. They
Right.
get those same
Yeah.
cancers.
But see, women are better at that. Most women I know,
I
they
mean,
gonna go
most
get
women
the
do the breast
mammograms.
thing, but the women
Right.
not. I don't know too many women going to get the prostate, which a
Well,
lot of our women are.
women don't have prostate, so
I'm
I was
saying
about
not
to say.
prostate. I mean not the prostate. They not going to get the colon cancers and stuff. My
that's
bad,
true.
lady. Y'all
Yeah.
not going to get that colon. And lately, that the women been rising with the colon cancer.
Yeah.
Our women of color, I've been
Well, I was
noticing.
looking at
So
figures too. I think us black folks are proportionally, get higher colon cancer rates. It runs in my family. So yeah, you're
yeah.
right. Get the colon
And
cancer
I didn't
checked out
think
too.
women got that because they always tell the guys to go get it. But this year alone, it's been a rise, and they've been talking more about women of color. And I was
Right.
like, I didn't think they got that because it always tell the guy to go and get, the
Right.
colon. But yeah, so just do your screenings, especially if you 35 and up. Everybody go get your regular screenings. I know the lady's gonna do that mammogram stuff,
Right.
the breast and
Right.
all that.
And please take heed, gentlemen and ladies, and go do that because I'm passionate about addressing mental health, but we can't address our mental health. We did. So let's do our part.
Amen.
On that. All
Ladies,
right,
let them
ladies.
doctors trick their prostate.
Let's see what look at you. She like that, boy. She
Let them
like when
check
guys
their
go through that.
ladies,
The
let them
most
check their
torture a real man can go through, and she out here pushing it. All right, let me hurry up and switch this topic. All right, let's see, ladies. How y'all feel about the guys that when y'all were out dating, AJ, since you're single, how do you feel about that guy who see you at the corner store and he flashes his money saying what he can do and let me get that and some of you may know guys that do that. I know one or two that do that.
I know. I've encountered a couple.
I know that's right.
It's like I'm gonna pull your card. Come on, get that. You want that?
Would you take them
Okay.
serious as a to be in a
Don't flash it,
relationship?
baby. Spend it.
Would you date them?
As I said, baby, don't just flash it, baby. Put it in my pocket. Put it in my hand.
Right, because there's a difference between flashing your money and actually parting with it. A lot of men will flash their money at you, but they don't part with it. They don't share it. See, that's the game. They flash that to try to bait you in.
All right, let me ask you this. You hip to the game now, okay? But back in the day, real nigga shit, we talked that real
More than
on
likely,
here.
I would have said, don't flash it, spend it. You got it.
But I'm saying that was a turn on though, right?
I would have let them buy it. Yeah, I would have let them buy it. He can buy it.
But they had to spend. Okay. Would it be attractive enough where you would consider sleeping with them before getting the bag? Naive enough to sleep with them because you see money. Oh, girl, he got money.
No, see, when I was young, I had a lot of guys who wanted to, like you say, leave with their money, but my conscience wouldn't let me. I would try, but it's like my conscience, because of course you got to also pretend when you like them, and I could never do that part. I could, but not long enough for it to be like, girl, you got a lot out of him. I could never. So you
had a heart. You was a little Christian.
Yeah, I guess I could never put on on long enough to get what I should have got. Lord Jesus, now I'm thinking about
it. I thought it'd be you see a duck, pluck it.
But as what does it say about you though?
Yeah. And also, I look at it like this: if a man is flashing his money to me, to George, that shows me that he what he values in you. He's looking at you as a commodity, as some transactional, something he can buy. And then if he's leading with that, what about his character? So with relationships becoming more transactional nowadays, it's basically you pay, I play, you pay, I lay. It's trepidation.
You have men that before they ask you anything, they'll ask you in the bed.
True.
They'll ask you to have sex with them.
That's true.
So it's like now it's more transactional, like you say. Hey, you want to play, you got to pay.
Yeah. I for one, and I think y'all know me pretty well, know what I'm finna say. I would never leave with money, even if I got it, just because when you meet somebody, whatever brought you to the if money all you brought to the party, you ain't gonna be on the dance floor long. And so you pretty much know right then that one, if he leaving with his money, he doesn't have nothing else to offer you. So he's probably insecure. And he's probably only looking for one thing. Now, if you're a woman and you bite, that's on you. Do you get your hustle, do whatever you got to do, but understand.
And most of those guys
that
use that money, they controlling.
Yeah.
And Jordan, in your case, when you say not leave with money, you mean in the slightest? Because it could be subtle hints. Like D Black made it seem like at the stove flashing money. That's just, to me, that's clown behavior. It's some that do it in a very subtle way. When I come pick you up, you're gonna see this car. When I take you out, it's gonna be Ruth Chris. It's gonna be, you're gonna see it and peep it. My cufflinks are Louis V. My shirt is
on social media showing their money, flashing. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't never took that serious.
Yeah, that's a joke.
You can buy that money. That's movie
money.
That's money for movies.
That's not real.
I remember being in high school. It was this girl, and she probably was the first girl I knew as a junior that had a job. She worked. We knew her for working hard, and that was just like her thing. And she had a lot of money in her purse. And boys in the class that she was cool with them. They asked to hold it, to take pictures with it. So I don't be trusting nothing on social media surprises me or thrills me. I'm not thrilled or surprised by nothing with social media. But I mean, men will do it in a subtle way. My cufflinks is Louis V. My shoes is red bottoms. And the car I picked you up in to go on a date. This place we went to the date. They do it in that particular way. The men that got the money.
I mean, who don't like a well-dressed person?
Okay, to wine and dining.
But this actually can go deeper into
No, that was a question for George though. He didn't answer.
Well, what was the question again? I'm sorry, we got a little conflated. Go ahead.
You were saying you don't lead with money. I was saying even in a subtle way. You don't do it in no shape, form, or fashion.
I've learned not to do it at all and just be authentic in who I am. And if I ain't got 20 in my pocket, I just ain't got it. I'm not finna put on those platitudes because the woman I'm looking for, the partner for me, is one that's gonna be a builder. And right now I'm in a heavy process of building. So like I told D last week, once I get my money coming in, like I want to maybe 6 months to a year, I'm not thinking about no relationship because I'm like, you didn't help me build it. Now the thing too, that shows a deeper thing in insight into how men value themselves. If you got to leave with money, that means that you as a man, you feel like that's your only commodity. And we've been commodified as men to where to think if we don't provide and we don't throw money, we have no value to women. And to some women, definitely not all, that's the impression that they give off. And that's what we're left with as a society and as a diaspora, as Black people. And as all people. It's not just universal to us.
I never led with money and never will. That's just.
I don't know why I don't put that past you.
I ain't gonna give them nothing. I don't believe in that because, like I said, women always
smell big trick energy in that top corner.
Yeah, which one in George corner?
Ain't none of mine. Never been me.
Everybody who know me that watch this thing can tell you they ain't never got a dime out of me. I ain't never paid for it. I ain't gonna and never gonna pay for it. If anything, they pay for me.
It's nothing wrong.
Ain't nothing wrong with paying for it now.
Right. I mean, you can pay for a date or something like that, but I mean, here's the thing. For what?
I don't mean just paying for it. I just mean spoiling and affection. I just mean spoiling.
I mean, that's for when you have a wife.
That's what I said. I said you're married. There's nothing wrong with paying for it.
Yeah. I'm
using paying for it.
These guys
I'm
out
saying
here
paying for it as a joke, but don't be tight in the pockets and you my husband.
Oh no.
Don't be tight in the pockets and you my husband.
Yeah. That's what it's for. You don't do that. I don't believe in doing that with somebody you just dating or going out on dates, taking it to an expensive ass restaurant and all that stuff. I don't believe in that. No.
Why not?
No, you don't do
Why
that.
not?
No.
Not no expensive restaurant and y'all just meet.
Now, every now and again that we date, but I'm talking about within the first 6 months, I ain't spending that kind of money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get you
6 months. You could take me to a nice restaurant.
I mean,
the first 6 months and we done laid up. You can't take me to a nice restaurant.
We might not. Yeah, Chili's is fine. We might not have laid up. I ain't finna just lay up. I'm finna where I am now. With my
6 months.
Man, it's gonna take time.
Take me to a nice restaurant. We've been dating almost a year. You can take me to a nice restaurant.
I take you to Chili's. I take you to Applebee's. I might take you someplace like Trellix in Dallas. It's like really, really nice. But as far as making it a regular thing, no, because here's my thing.
As far as Ruth Chris,
I wasn't saying regular. Y'all was saying at all. Y'all saying y'all made it seem like it was set in stone. That's a no-go.
No. Chili's is nice.
Right. That's fine.
Yeah, 2 for 30, 2 for 40.
For 25.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. That's real.
But we ain't finna go. No,
we ain't finna go through all this. I'm sorry.
Y'all been dating a woman for 6 months and y'all want to take her to Ruth Chris once.
And
if it was a birthday,
we can do the 2 for 25. We on a budget, baby, but you know.
Yeah, I'm saying I'll do it if it's a birthday or something. I show all out. But I put it this way. I'm not finna just up for no reason and say, hey, let's just go to Ruth Chris. I might do it once or twice in the first 6 months.
Because one thing I've seen about women, and they not as. Oh, my bad, AJ. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just saying, what's wrong with maybe let's save something, reserve that for our birthday. The bill can be over $100 on our birthday.
Right, yeah, of course on your birthday, but I'm just saying, I mean, my thing is this, and y'all know some of my story. If Chili's ain't good enough for you to spend time with me and get to know me, I don't want to waste my time with you no way, because if my love don't come with a price tag. I don't budget my affection. So here's my thing. As far as getting that out of me, now you first 6 months, 3 to 6 months,
So
you get to know me.
6
You get the
months. For 6 months, it's chillest level only.
Cause it's 24 hours in a day. Damn, 6 months is a long
I
time.
mean, I'll be honest, y'all. I'll be for real. I'm gonna say this for real. Niggas ain't got it like that.
That's half a year.
And that's okay. That's what I'm saying, AJ. Damn, that's half a whole. That's half a
You
year
want
of a
me to spend
relationship.
half
I
a year?
sent D.
But if you
Thing
don't
early,
got it, then that's the thing you be
but
honest about.
but
That's
here,
what's
but
gonna
here's what
truly
women
be
need to.
that's gonna truly be the authenticity in the
But here's what women need
relationship.
to
I
understand.
know my
All
man
these
that got Ruth Chris money, but he
right,
loves me. He treats me well, and we do this,
right.
we do the things. And I know if my tire blow out on the side of the road, this man gonna stop from work and come pick
Man.
me up and fill it and fill the air up and change it, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
it's stuff that
And we're
feels in
gonna
that
go to
place.
Tilly's
Yeah,
afterwards.
okay.
Right, something like that. Yeah.
But to say in 6 months I'm dating a woman, I'm not taking you nowhere nice. It'd be like, damn, like what do it be
You
giving?
act like
But here's
Chili's
the thing,
not
though.
nice.
Here's
Chili's and Applebee's are nice. Even
yeah.
No. I have not talked
Olive
down on them
Garden is
restaurants.
nice. You just not
I
spending
have not talked
$100
down on one of them.
for a dry ass steak.
I have not talked down on them restaurants one time. All I'm
Yeah.
saying is, no, I'm not talking down on those restaurants. I just haven't commented on them. Y'all are saying in 6 months, like, we just been talking for 6 months. I'm not doing none of that for you. And it'd be like, I know within that 6 months, that woman has showed you mad affection. Because I
But
know
look,
you ain't finna stick around for 6 months with a woman that you feel ain't worth a damn. She's been showing you mad affection,
I
sending
guess it
sweet
depends.
text
Like
messages.
you say, it depends on your connection with her.
right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
that. If she ain't really putting out and she answer every now and then and every blue moon and y'all hook up, that's the relationship we gonna have.
Right. That's it.
Um,
I mean, it might be just
But the
in and out
man
and
really
sitting in the
sets
car.
the tone on that.
they
What
just
type of
be windy
relationship
as
we gonna have.
Women.
Right.
The man sets the tone on that.
But I'm gonna tell y'all women something. I'm not y'all. I don't mean it like that. I'm gonna tell women
Not
something.
really.
I'm gonna tell some. I'm gonna tell a lot of women something. A lot of these dudes out here, even if they flexing like that, they starving to appease you. They missing out on doing things with their kids so they can take your funk ass out. So be
I'm finna
appreciative.
Don't do
scream.
that.
I'm just playing. I'm
Taking
just
that
playing.
mustache out.
I'm just
George,
playing.
what?
But
That
men,
damn George.
but I do. But we all know men that are putting themselves in financial debt to chase a woman.
Those
No,
them
no,
lame.
no.
But yeah,
They're
there's a lot of
chasing.
them doing
They're
that.
not just chasing a woman. They're chasing women in general.
Women. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Now.
they're
Exactly.
chasing
Yeah.
women in general. A man that settled down with one woman is not going through that weird ass shit. You're
Right.
flexing for hoes. You're flexing for a catalog. You're
Right.
flexing
Right.
for a roster.
Right. That's true. You absolutely right.
And a lot of them that I know that flex were lame and they finally either in the dope game or got a decent job offshore doing whatever they do. And now they want to flash money and show it.
Because
They
that's
get the
all they
teeth put
got,
in their
B.
mouth.
That's
And
all they
these are
got.
30, 35 plus men putting teeth in their mouth and on social media flashing their dollars and showing their little gold, diamond,
D.
silver teeth and
All they doing is responding to the market because evidently, if men are doing this in great numbers, it's because they're getting a response. Because evidently, doing things that way is what entices women or attracts women.
well,
Certain
this is
women,
what I think.
some women.
I don't think women are enticed by it. They're trying to do what they see the Kevin Gates and Plies and all them do by showing the
I'm gonna
teeth and
tell you,
all that. But
I'm
I don't
gonna
think that
give you a
turn on a lot of
football
women.
analogy. I'm gonna give you a football analogy. This weekend we watching the game. The Chiefs won. They interviewed Mahomes. Then they interviewed the other little young boy. He grilled up top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's the difference between what you do with your money and what you don't do with your money. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
What you
right.
should and shouldn't do with your money. No, whereas and you got it in your mouth, that nigga got it in his pocket, in his bank, in his portfolio, making more money for him. You see what I'm saying?
But like I say, social media got those guys in that age range, 25 and under, and now 35 and under. They feel like they have to have those teeth in their mouth and flashing money and grilled out, everything.
Because you know why? Because that generation was not taught about character integrity. So this all they got to lead with his money. A man should lead with his character, with his integrity, with his honor, when he meet anybody. Let the money be secondary. But you got these young kids that we coddle. Many of us did, and they don't have this sense. They don't have a backbone or a spine about themselves in a lot of ways. So they just lead with what they got.
And for the old head, what life say, 30 ain't the new 20. It's the same old 30.
Right.
Same old 30.
How she feel about that?
I remember I was dealing with this guy and he showed me $34,000 in his bank account. Now, I always knew he had money. I dealt with him for a very long time. He has multiple cars, multiple properties, yada, 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 right? But it got to a point where I guess he felt like I was treating him regular, that he went to the extent where he thought it would be appropriate to pull out his phone and show me $34,000 in his bank account, right? Now, what was concerning for me is that a lot of men lead with their pockets, they lead with their money, they lead with their occupation, but they're the first ones to cry when a woman takes advantage of them. All women are not like that. Your money, your occupation, I don't care if you're a billionaire. I don't care if you're the president of the United States. None of that is going to be the reason why I jump into bed with you. That's not going to be the reason why I'm dealing with you and why I really, really like you. I'm not that type of woman. And you still have women out there that are not like that. They're not like that. They're not going to allow your money, your occupation to be their driving force as to why they're dealing with you. You still have genuine women out there. And he like, couldn't leave me alone to the point I had to block this man because I treated him very much so regular after that. And I always knew he had money. He would always, I got properties, I got this car, pulling up in nice cars, and he thinking this gonna be the reason why I'm dealing with him. Yes, you can flex, it's cool, that's a plus, but what does your relationship with God look like? Right? What does your integrity look like? What do you do behind closed doors? If you got kids, do you take care of your children, right? How do you treat others? Are you kind to strangers? These are the things that's going to make me look at you and be like, wow, that's a good man. Not your money, not your occupation. I don't care. You could be a cold-blooded, and I'm not about to be dealing with you just because you got money.
Is she one of those Christians or what? Who do y'all even look for a God-fearing man today? Is that even a word?
Yeah. There's a lot of women that do.
Why you seem disgusted by the Lord?
I just don't too many people talk about, that's what they're looking for in a relationship.
And that's what's wrong with the world today.
Yeah. They just like everybody can remove God up out of it, or the creator,
We've been so far removed to the point where now what? We don't believe.
Can I do a shameless plug right quick? I wrote an article, an essay about the failure of the black church that addresses these issues and the black church and its relationship with men. So they may give some insight if people want to read it about that, because I'm an ardent black conservative Christian, and I notice a lot of women they will say that they looking for a God-fearing Christian man. A lot of women are looking for that, for real.
But when you single, do you see more looking for that, or they don't bring up religion?
Well, it's like this, to be honest, in the dating world. Like when you meet them, that comes out their mouth at first, but it's usually the way it works out when they behavior kind of show the opposite. Mm-hmm. They come out saying, I want this, but then as you meet them, it's like you saying you want this, but your behavior ain't that. So this a lot of times.
Or like you meet a man and he say, I sing for the men choir, I'm on the deacon board, and you don't never see him at rehearsal or on the deacon board.
Yeah, men and women doing the same thing. They do it, So people say, I think that's because we condition. That's what we supposed to say when we looking for a mate, God fearing. But a lot of people just don't really live it. I don't care for what I'm looking for. A woman,
like it's talking.
But here's my thing, like me, I'm looking for a Christian woman for real. But she ain't got to go to church. As long as she got church in her heart and I can sit and pray with her, that's all I'm looking for. So you got to think too. It's easy to say what you want on the front end, but when you start skipping on your standards, and compromising your integrity, that's when things go wrong.
Well, Austin and I was talking about that when it came to the kids and everything. The behavior of everybody. Is it because church is no longer in the forefront? It's not a necessity. When we were growing up, we had to be at Sunday school, regular
Can I be
church,
honest? Can I be
BTU,
honest? That ain't
Wednesday
the
night
issue.
church.
That's not what folks falling off from the black church. That's not what folks falling off from church. Cause I'm I'm finna say this. Can I do this? Can I go and say it like I really
go,
feel it?
go
All
ahead.
right. A lot of black churches utter bullshit. Ever since the 60s, when you fell and quit line with the Democratic Party, all these Christian values that black folks say they believe, they let the pulpit tell some other bullshit. Okay, most black folks I know pretty conservative. They pretty much pro-life. Not necessarily pro-abortion, but they pretty much pro-life. But you let the preacher tell you some bullshit. So now, what the church has become is political doctrine and less about the spirit. So that's why you got folks not going to church. And where they mess up is they don't understand your relationship with God ain't got nothing to do with no damn church and no pastor. That's where we mess
Well,
up
when I
at.
saw the pastors trying to sleep with the women in the church, that was a turn off to me.
Right. That's what I'm
Well,
saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what church I went to. So my church is in Pleasant Grove, Dallas, Texas, middle of the hood. Very small church, very homely church. And just like D Black, we went damn near 4 times a week. My grandmother went to Bible study. I was a praise dancer, so we had praise dance rehearsal. I was in the choir. We had choir rehearsal. Wednesday was youth development, where we would talk about everything under the sun: sex, drugs, um, the influence of this, that, different things like that. It was never a the type of church where you're being prosecuted for your sins or any weird energy like that. It was very much so like a family and a home type of environment.
Sound like you go to a church that really pouring into you and not worried about what you tied.
Very much so. Very much so poured into me. Church was a huge. I don't go to church as much as I should today, but and that's just me being honest. But that is still my church home. I don't claim any other church besides Goodwill Baptist Church on Jim Miller Road in the Grove. But I feel as if when you are not tying yourself to something as far as God, church, things of that nature, it's easy for you to see the world and go astray when you have some type of anchor, because that's what church can be for you, an anchor.
Right.
When you have some type of anchor, and because with the Bible, with the word, with everything, you take what you need and you leave out the rest. That's with anything in the world. You take what you need, you leave out the rest. If you're in a church and you realize the pastor is a whoremonger, you in the church, you realize, okay, they in it for the money. Move around, seek, and ye shall find. Don't just be
What I
placed in a
also
church where
learned
you can,
about
where you're
that is don't put that pastor on no pedestal because that's still a man
absolutely,
at
that's a
the end of the
human
day.
being. Yes,
hmm And he can
absolutely.
still teach you the Bible and be a homemonger.
At the
You
end of the
still can
day,
Yes,
do that.
because
as a
there's some
man
hoes that
first.
know the word.
As a man first
Baby.
is what they say.
Noah was a drunk. Who was a hoe?
Hello,
David was the biggest hoe in the Bible. And he was a man after God's own heart.
and
Well,
God sent
So
yeah,
Noah to to
my
get the people together.
right. Yeah, and my thing, my feelings on the church are a little bit deeper than just the pastor being a whoremonger. So I ain't gonna get into it tonight on there, but y'all read my essay and it'll kind of say where I'm coming from because it's a little bit deeper than that with us men as far as why we don't kind of gravitate toward the church. We believe in God, we are God fearing men, but we just don't do the church thing. And read the article, read the essay, and it'll really tell you why. It's real reason. It relates to relationships with women, but
Man, the church, I mean, her church is cool, I'm sure.
right,
But
right,
a lot of
My
people
church is
see
my
church
church is the
differently.
right.
goat.
Well, I mean, the church is an
yeah.
institution, and
I'm just talking, y'all.
I believe it's an institution. It's for fellowship, but it also can be a show. It has got so commercialized that church is a show. It like Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay. because no shade to the school. I told y'all once before that I went to a private school, the first black owned private school in Dallas, Texas, the first black owned school period in Dallas, Texas. Their church is Full Gospel Holy Temple. I'm not shading Full Gospel Holy Temple whatsoever, but coming from my small church and going to this big, humongous church, it do seem like a lot of that stuff that they have going on is theatrical.
It is.
The shouting, the hollering, screaming, the jumping up and down. It was scared the hell out of you as a child. You'd be like, what is all this going on? It's just all this hooting, this hollering.
Right.
And they condemn everything. Women wearing pants, women wearing lipstick, women wearing earrings, women wearing everything is against the women's brought up and the men is on top. It just be like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. I see. Let me go back home. Cause it just be So I can dig it. I can understand where George is coming from, or anybody is coming from when it comes to church.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Anthony, because you know what a lot of men are seeking from the church that we're not getting is a return to where the man is the head of the household. We want traditional values. We want a church, go to a church where, hey man, that skirt too short. Now, we want that. We don't want that's why we rebelling against the church.
Then they say come as you are, so you're gonna run into that.
Well, I mean, I understand to come as you are, but come
not
on,
at that church. They didn't play. You couldn't wear no earrings. As a woman, you couldn't cut your hair.
Yeah,
I'm not saying no pants.
I'm not saying go that far. I'm not saying go that far. Be that draconian about it, but
they in that Old Testament.
Well, we need to find this middle ground because I'm telling you, from what I hear a lot of men say, is that we in our churches now, it's not taught for the man to hold providence over the household. And that's a problem with a lot of them. It's like they don't what the church teaching don't line with my beliefs. So that's why a lot of black men like I ain't gonna.
What are they teaching in the house? What are they teaching in the church that's regard to household?
A lot of people I say it's like, and this is kind of a funny subject or funny. They feel that single motherhood is promoted at the expense of father. A lot of men don't feel included as black men. Now a lot of it has to do with our own issues, but what I'm hearing is we don't feel like the black church really exemplifies who we are as men nowadays and who we trying to be.
And that's crazy because it seems like the church is one of the most misogynistic places, not in a negative way, but as far as
but see, you talk about it's not about misogyny though. But see,
no. I used that word inappropriately, but that was I was just trying to drive my point. I mean, like the pastor, you have your pastor, you have your deacons, deaconess as well, but you have your pastor, you have your deacons, you have your assistant pastor, you have your this.
Don't believe women,
but that's not what we talking about. That's not what we talking about. What we talking about are those core things in the church, not who are on the board and all that.
No. But that's what I'm getting at. In that moment, it's male dominated, and they're supporting from what I remember. You know what I'm saying? No shade. Is the men are they're supporting men and men dominance and men running things and men this and men that, and the woman the man is the head, the woman the tail. It was always that when it came to church. It seemed like
the neck, see the tail.
She the tail, honey, she the back.
But it's not,
and I'm probably saying that wrong.
Right.
I like that though. I like that.
I bet you do.
Yeah, I like that. I ain't thinking it like that.
Yeah, to the no.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I guess what I come down to it, a lot of black men feel like they don't promote the patriarchal society in a way that they feel like is biblical or healthy for people. So they come down.
They support a more matriarchal society.
That's how people feel. That it might be the case, but you got to understand a lot. You know, there are a lot of good churches, a lot of good pastors out there, but you got a lot of them that are pushing different agendas that go to the antithesis of what a lot of black men want. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna say like a lot of it's that democratic liberal shit.
But I feel like time has truly brought about a change. And
I'm not saying that.
I'm very grateful for the deep rootedness I have from my church experience, because time has brought about a hell of a change. COVID and virtual and this and then all because in my opinion,
and we all AJ,
can I ask AJ something right quick?
Pastors don't even preach no more. They
don't. But let me ask.
Right.
Let me ask AJ a question. I don't mean to interrupt y'all. I'm sorry. But AJ,
go ahead.
You just said that, okay, when I said that about the liberal shit, which is true, I can prove it. You said something about going outright Republican, right? Right? That's what you said, right?
I
Hey,
said,
Tina
there you
Wolf,
go,
you
making it
waking
a
up.
Hold
I
on.
like
I
that.
got
Democrat.
to
Keep it
I
going.
let me
said,
just
wait
say,
a minute, let me tell my story. Let me tell.
okay.
Let me tell.
Okay.
I said, there
Wake
you
up,
go,
George.
getting all the Democrat versus Republican
Well,
again.
but here's the thing. That's the truth because at the church where I was trying to go to in Memphis a long time ago, which didn't take. We saw Steve Cohen punk ass all the time. You think the pastor ever had somebody from another district come? No. Why? Why is it that our black church they throw them Democrat in front of us every year, but never give us another point of view? Because they in the pocket,
Mm.
in the bed with them, and the policy they teaching is bullshit. It's all the rules. It's all the hustle. That's
How
what a lot
big
of
is
black
this
men don't want to
church?
go to church. Huh?
How big is this church?
Gethsemane Garden in Memphis. It's a big church. You know, this
See,
Church of
that's
God in
y'all problem
Christ.
right there. Y'all need to get y'all a little ghetto small church. That's where y'all
No, no,
messing
no.
up
This
right there.
church is yeah.
Y'all need a small ghetto church. All this big huge mansions with the fish aquariums and the elevators and all this. Y'all need a
And on
small
TV,
escalators.
and on
Well,
TV with the
I'm
blind
talking
tag.
about, I
Yeah,
ain't gonna lie. I'm finna do this.
ain't
I'm
no
talking about Church of
Democrat,
God
no
in Christ.
president, no mayor, no nothing done been to my church, baby. We in the
The
hood.
mayor done probably been
Right.
there.
Right.
But leading with money. Let's jump back on there because we gonna go down that rabbit hole. Let's see.
And
Men.
George
A
ready. Look at
large
me.
amount of simps that are going to pay for everything because they've never dealt with a woman and they don't know how. And if you don't know how to deal with a woman, the first thing and the only thing you're probably going to lead with is money. Yeah, you're just going to hide behind a wall of money. You're going to make it seem like, oh, I have this, I have that, I do this, I do that, I know this person, I know that. Like, just hiding behind these walls and these layers. And that's what a lot of these guys do.
And he made my point, like I was saying earlier, that's endemic of how men value themselves. We value ourselves. If we don't have money, we not worthy of a woman. And that's something we need to deal with.
Well, can I make a point real quick? What I also feel like this is not something, nothing is new under the sun.
Right.
If we're going back to the 50s where women weren't even able to have a job, men have always led with money, ruled with money. Everything in the household or everything with in dating and everything else was men with money in their pockets. This whole men, no shade, because life is getting hard. I ain't talking about nobody being broke because of inflation, working and bills paying and everything. Everything has changed. But this
Mm-hmm.
whole coming up to a woman and just being broke and feeling like that should be accepted has to be studied because that's not a thing. That's never been a thing.
But
We're
here's the
going all
thing,
the way
too.
back to the 50s. We're going
It,
all the way back to
But
everything
here,
else. Men have always been the leader financially. Y'all want to be the leader of everything else. Y'all have
right.
always been the leader financially. Y'all always been the heavier pocket. Y'all have always had the leadership roles. So why, when we expect y'all to have the money in your pocket and stuff like that, it's becoming
it's a
like,
problem.
oh, you want,
Here's
yeah.
I'm finna tell you why that's a wrap. I'm finna tell you why that's a wrap right now. D, you remember what I sent you earlier today about them
Mhm.
statistics and figures? About
Yeah.
here's the thing. In the 50s, there was a greater disparity between, like you said, women could not work. So there was a great income disparity. I looked up some figures today in preparation for the show, and what I found is that black income between men and women is damn near equal. So here's my thing. I'm not saying that a man shouldn't be chivalrous, but understand something. You might just get in and out right now from him. Don't be expecting no Ruth Chris. That's not gonna happen because, as this figure indicates, we got bills just like you. We ain't got time for that. I'm sorry, that's over with. I mean, for a lot of men, especially now that we seeing our values different. Men in the 50s were okay being commodified. Men nowadays start to have our own awakening, just like women have their own awakening. Now we having our own awakening. And I'm thinking, if I make 20 an hour and she make 25 an hour, yeah, I'm gonna take her out. But if she expecting me to do all this, no, because she gotta pay her bills just like I gotta pay mine. And that's just reality.
I don't really see it like that, but I feel where you're going. And we're gonna my next our next thing I want to discuss. I had two topics, actually three. Uh, I think I'm gonna go ahead and since I like the way Anthony was saying her things a few minutes ago, I think men should now, especially now, because things are different and the economy is what it is. I'm thinking it's getting to the point where men gonna have to start dating who they could afford. Now, when y'all keep
Hello.
saying in the 50s and 60s,
It's true.
And in the 70s, them men, of course, they made the money, but it wasn't if he ain't got no money, I'm not gonna be with him type of deal like it is today. They dated who they liked. He walked up in there, like y'all say, he looked good, he smelled good, and then they was like, okay, he's cute. Who is he? They wasn't sitting around looking like, I wonder how much money he got, like the women are doing today. Today it's like it's settled prostitution.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Exactly. This what I hear. This what I say, and this what I hear men say. They feel like it's prostitution out here dating.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's been a thing also, because like, what is my movie? How to Marry a Millionaire, Marilyn Monroe, that came out in 1953. Ain't nothing new under the sun.
But here's what I'm saying. The difference is
it's
though,
more exploited.
Chasing a bag,
it's
has always been a thing when it comes to
It's been a
women.
thing, but it's more exploited now. It's more
right. Here's the thing. It's more
it's like
insidious.
even the good girls are trying to do it now.
Right.
But it's more out there now.
Because good girls are coming in last. I don't blame them. Good girls are coming in last.
That's not true, because I love find me a good girl. She come in first, but where they at?
Good girls are coming in last when it comes to the men's.
That's
not
really
are coming in
natural
last.
women and
when
good
you start to
girls,
realize that, you start to it'll change your perspective and the way you move. I'm sure it does.
Yeah. But the thing is it's not just the fact this sentiment has always existed since the beginning of time. It's ingrained, it's primal with us, okay? But the thing is, as opposed to the 50s, yes, the sentiment was expressed back then, but the thing is, men have changed. I've noticed this just in my mental health and advocacy work, because I work with black men in mental health. And I just noticed in them calls I get at 3 in the morning, that people going through something, I'm hearing the same stuff. And ever since the end of the pandemic, black men especially are saying, I'm not finna sit up here and do like my daddy and work and take care of a woman like that with these women being like they are now. I'm not finna do that anymore. I'd rather work on my purpose and my ambition and my drive as a man instead of trying to find value in a woman. So we not going to invest that much emotionally or financially. That's why men are pulling back. Don't mean we love y'all.
I don't think that's it's cool. I don't think that's 100% healthy either. But
it's
I
survival,
get yourself together first before, you know what I'm saying? Right. But for a man to be saying, I ain't gonna put no time or emotion in a woman, that ain't, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is to put time and emotion and money into a woman, you have to engage with a woman on that level. What a lot of men are saying, we not even engaging on the level where we even having them kind of talks. We keeping it real superficial. So we not going to have the kind of relationship where you even in a position to ask me about paying your light bill. They setting up clear boundaries.
Yeah, like I say, that next week gonna be an interesting one, because
back to the prostitution topic,
right?
And back, so I'm gonna tie two things together that y'all said tonight, men. The whole 6 months, we're not taking a Ruth Chris, we're not doing none of the things. She going to Chili, she going to Applebee's. We've been dating for 6 months, and I'm pretty sure you have been hitting it. My thing is, when it comes to my, I don't know. I'm just saying in my specific scenario that I'm making.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
My thing is, when it comes to it, y'all say, oh, it's prostitution, it's this and this and that. Y'all would be with a woman, we'll say 6 months, 7, 8, 9 at this point, and you've been hitting it on a regular. This woman can't be comfortable enough to ask you for some assistance financially.
It depends on the situation. That's not a rule.
We talking about, I'm not saying it's a rule, but y'all are label it as prostitution, but you're supposed to be my man.
It just depends on how invested we are in that relationship, because here's
9
the thing.
months we pretty doggone invested, George. 9 months we pretty doggone invested.
It depends. Okay, I'm gonna explain this. Let's say I'm in this situation. Let's say I'm sort of dating somebody 6 months, and then let's say within the first 6 months they need some help with their light bill. If this person if this person work hard and I got it, yeah, I'm gonna step up and do that. But it's not gonna be on a regular. And then my thing about 6 months, the way I am, that's my gauge. I ain't gonna really just invest in you like that until you give me about 6 months, see who the fuck you really are. I'm just not finna do that for nobody.
I don't think a man. I think men now. Okay, it's different, Anthony. I feel what you're saying, and the 6 month thing, yeah. And like I said, my thing is it depends on how connected we are and where we're actually going. Because there are relationships that I've been in where we just see each other when we see each other. You know what I'm saying? No, hey, let's go out here, let's do this, let's do that, and that go on for 7, 8, 9, maybe a year, off and on, this and that and that. So no, it's no connection. But I just feel like nowadays, with the way everything is, with women saying you gotta be 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 inches, you have to be all this just to even date them. I think men need to stand up and be like, we're not gonna do nothing that extravagant until about 6 months, 3 to 6 months. Don't walk off in no relationship going
And
to the
don't ask
finest
for sex.
restaurants.
Don't ask for sex for those 6 months either.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. I ain't like
I'm
those.
cool with
extravagant
that.
to y'all? What's extravagant to y'all?
I'm cool with that because 8 times out of 10, well, 9.5 times out of 10, they was undressing me. I never asked a woman to undress.
Right. Yep. That's
So,
true.
the women are more aggressive when they see and with who they like. So, I always been a likable, kind of person. So that never was an issue. And like I said, I've lost, and I think George was on here a while ago when I was telling the story. I lost a female because I didn't have sex with her. She was over to the house and she wanted to do this and that and that, and I was still trying to respect her, and I was like, Janet Jackson, let's wait a while type of shit. I'm chilling. And hell, she went off and gave to somebody else that next weekend. She said she thought I ain't want her. She thought I wasn't attracted to her. So it's a win-lose situation. And that was back in the gap. So today with women demanding so much, I think men need to hold out.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
we do. Hey, I'm holding
Yeah.
out. I'm up here saying I'm not finna do no relationship right now because here's the thing:
3 to 6
what
months
I've
dating.
encountered, the past 2.5 years dating, make me now was like, I don't need all that.
And it be those lames that wasn't getting on in school that getting the leftovers, getting the women that the low hanging fruit, the scalawags, whatever you want to call it in the neighborhood, that's screwing everybody. They getting them, and then they want to step the game up. So now they got a little money. They come home from a weekend from working on a rig or something, and now they just got their little check. They come home, they cash it. Now they ready to go to the club, and they flashing. And like she say, peep this. That's what they do.
Because the reality of it is, this bitch ain't about to pay. She ain't about to take you on no luxurious $300 motherfucking date with a fucking $300 meal and $100 tip. She ain't about to fucking do that. So why y'all be so quick to do that? Why y'all be so quick? Oh, let me take you out to eat. Oh, let me take you out. Let's go on a date. Let's go on a date. It's always spending motherfucking money. Then you mad when a bitch wants your money. You mad when a bitch wants your money. You done spent all this money on this date. Then this bitch still ain't gave you no pussy. Still ain't gave you no motherfucking pussy. Then the bitch wants some money for some pussy, and you telling her no. But why is it a no when you done spent $300, $400, $500 at the restaurant? Bitch, you done gave it to the waiter. Bitch, you could have gave it to her. If you wanted to just spend some money, stop leading with your motherfucking money, okay? And don't shoot the motherfucking messenger, bitch. Goodbye.
It was mixed feelings with her. I was like, I didn't know which way to go.
I didn't know if she was saying get the money instead of the $500 meal, or get the $300 meal and not get the money. I ain't understand.
She was saying,
Yeah,
well,
she
I
was just
come from it. She
loud.
was saying like, instead of going to expensive restaurants, spending $300, every time y'all go to a restaurant, you spending $100 and some dollars every time you go.
Right.
You might as well just give the money to the woman if that's the case. Why you still ain't got
Well,
none.
she
You
was
spent
saying,
$300-$400 at a restaurant.
you also, when a bitch ask you, tell you for the pussy, give me some money, you looking her upside the head, but you also took her to an expensive restaurant and spent $500.
Right. You just spend money at a restaurant trying to get it, and then when she asks you for it, there goes some more money you got to spend. So she say, stop leading with your wallets.
Yeah, just give her the money.
You know,
That's all she's saying. Stop. She's saying
just get,
skip with the restaurant, skip with the taking her out, and just pay her upfront for what you want. Be through with it.
and a lot of men been doing that,
Yeah, a
ladies
lot.
too. They don't want no relationships yet, ladies. They let social media and the way the attitudes of of our women of color act run them off from relationships. They rather just pay for it and go on. And a
It's
lot
quick.
of women don't want to deal with men, so they
Right.
taking that little pay, giving them 5 to 15 minutes of pleasure, and they going on about their business. That's the hookup culture.
Yep, that's what's out here.
That's what it's coming to. And when I hear people getting married, it's far in between. But then it's a shock. I'm like, okay, congratulations, you made it.
You made it for now. A lot of times it's like you all right now, but in 10 years we'll see what's up. That's how a lot of people view marriage.
So it's tough out there. It's different, guys. It's different.
Yeah, guys, we change.
But but like I said, and George, I think too, like this guy I'm finna show y'all, I think it's a mental thing too. With the guys who have to, like George say, they feel like they're not worth nothing if they don't have money. And that can really be a mental health issue within itself, especially if you broke and you've been trying to get a job, you seeing your friends and different people around you with women going out, having fun. They got nice cars, nice houses, and you trying but keep falling on your face and you can't get a woman.
I'm gonna tell you something. Now y'all know I've been dating.
No shade. You shouldn't be trying to crawl up and raw and get up and nothing and nobody if you ain't got no money. You ain't got no job.
But here's my thing.
Ain't got no
here's
car.
here's what dudes like me saying. Here's what dudes like me saying. I've been out here dating past 2.5 years, right? The biggest problem I run into is women and how they view money and what they expect from me financially. It's the personality, it's a character thing, but that's a big part of it. So, like a lot of men are saying, we just don't want to be bought. I'd rather ask you how much your light bill is and to go bust you down and be through with you than did. Not saying I'm doing it, but that's a lot of attitude. What's your light bill? How much your cell phone bill?
Hey,
I do this and then going on.
OG taught me that. He was like an uncle to me and rest his soul. I miss him. But he the one who put me out of that. He said he'd rather pay for it instead of be in a relationship with him. And I said, why he say that? He said, because we doing an exchange, a fair exchange, no robbery. He say, I'm paying her for a service. And once she give me that service, she go on about her business. I go on about mine. He said, if I'm in a relationship with her, I'm constantly stuck. I need this, I need this, I need that, I need that. He said he'd rather just pay for it and go on about it. And this was, I'm gonna say this, he gave me that speech about 15 years ago.
But you know something though? I talked to some OGs, it's always been their way. Women just don't know about it. Even married dudes, they don't want to always deal with their wife. Sometimes they just want to go get their rocks off and get through. It's just women find out this been going on since the beginning of the time. So here's the thing, and men just
hey,
not.
Well, my thing is if that's my thing
George,
is if that's the game,
man. I just speak the truth. That ain't nothing.
My thing is if that's the game, then why y'all so shocked and surprised? I'm so confused then. If that's the game to pay for it, get it on out the way and get it done. When a bitch say, hey, my light bill such and such and such, the only ones that are tripping are the ones that cannot pay for it, the ones that do not have it, the ones that's light bill is also close to getting cut off, the ones that's also going through the situations, not the OGs that are saying, hey, I already know what time it is. The money on the dresser is done. We good. Like, see you next time next week. If it's that, then why women with their hands out is such an offense and a shocker.
I guess because like Armstrong was OG. The guy who turned me on to that, he was OG. So he used to paying for it. When you ain't never paid for it.
Men that we talking about, we're going back to the nigga at the gas station you made in the first example. If you're flashing it, what are you? You're trying to pay for it. It's advertisement. That's what that money is.
That's marketing. That's marketing.
I know that's right. Hello.
Now you have different guys, like you say, the ones who flashing. A lot of times the ones who flashing ain't really trying to cash in either, y'all.
That's
I
they
hope y'all
liability.
do
That's
know
what
that.
AJ said. That's what AJ
Right.
said.
That's
So
they liability.
just because they flashing don't mean they gonna cash in. So it just depends on what type of guy you dealing with. Now the OGs, the ones who feel like they have to pay for it, I think he was like 60 something, 65 or something like that. And he was paying the 23, 22-year-olds. So that's
Right.
fair exchange, no robbery.
They
He wanted
ain't
a
got nothing else
young
in
woman.
Bahama, and he don't want to deal with her, and she don't
Yeah,
want
And
to
he
deal
had a
with
wife at the
him.
crib. He had a
surely done
whole wife
passed
at the
and gone
crib.
or at the house. But my thing is back to old girl with her last video. Another point that kind of crossed my mind that I was thinking about. If we're talking about the guy that's at the restaurant spending $500-600 something dollars, and like she said, you're leading with your money. Like AJ said, that's marketing, advertising your money. When she asks you for it and now you are offended, that means you did not have it in the first place to
A
give
lot of
it.
times.
You done broke yourself at that. You done broke yourself at that
And that's
restaurant
in any
because not
relationship, you
tricking if you
guys.
got it is a real thing. Not tricking if you
Women,
got it is some people try to joke on that. That's a real thing. It's some people that's really got motion out here. It's some that really have it to give it. It's the ones that
well,
do
it's
not
like
have
this
it
is
to give it that's flashing
being
and flexing it that gets
being
offended when it's
that
asked for.
being that I've been on both sides of the fence. I always had it, but I just never was quick to give it. And so that it ain't tricking if you got it. I'm not finna have a woman just with me because I got money, or I gotta buy
You
her
said you've
for
been
her
on both
to
sides of the
give to me.
fence, so you did have tricking days. You
No,
were
both sides of
flexing
the
once
fence
upon a time.
meaning I've had money and didn't have to trick. I never tricked. And if you listen to what I was saying, I said I never gave her money. I said if she had to ask me for money, that was a turnoff to me. That's a turnoff. I'd rather see you need it and give it to you. And I think I
Why
said
do
that
you
on an
need to
earlier
see I
podcast.
need it and you my man? Why do you need to
No,
see
no,
that I
no,
need?
no, no,
See,
no, no, no.
that's a pride thing. That's also a pride thing to me.
To an
You
extent,
need to
yes.
see
Not your
you need to
man.
see
We're
me
just seeing each
struggling.
other. We're
You
seeing
need
each
to
other.
see
We
me
not.
struggling. You need
Oh
to see
yeah,
the lights off and
Yeah,
the
we're not
candles
6
burning.
months in. We're like getting to know each other
oh,
like
he said
3 weeks,
yeah.
maybe a month and a half. And if I see that you need help on a light bill or a phone bill or something like that, or you mention it, I hear you on the phone, and I'm cool with you like that. I got no problem giving
So
you
she
some
can't
of it. I'm not
ask
going to give
you.
it all.
She
It
can't
depends.
ask you.
How
If
long?
you ask,
Where you at in a
To D Black,
relationship?
I'm talking about D Black George, no
Oh,
shade.
okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He was saying if you ask me it's a turn off, but if I see you need it, I'ma
mhm,
give it to you.
Right.
Now
right.
you need to hear me
I'd
telling
rather
you need
give
to
it to
hear me
you.
telling somebody on the phone my phone finna get cut off, opposed to me telling my man my phone is finna get cut off.
We're just seeing each other. You're not my woman yet. We're getting to know each other.
Right.
We're
Are we having
3 weeks.
sex?
We're 3 weeks to a month and a
Probably
half into
so, more than
meeting
likely,
each other.
AJ. They definitely probably having sex.
And that's about
Oh,
that ain't
not the stutter.
right. That don't mean that you have to give up money because you're having sex. Not
Yeah,
men
that's
like
true.
me.
Yeah,
Not
I
men
don't
like
do
me.
that either. I'm not operating off that either. I'm not doing that.
Because I feel
Shit.
like you should be paying me. I'm the one. You know what I'm saying?
And see, here's my thing.
Yikes!
When women
Yikes!
say, when women say, "Oh, are we having sex?" Here's the thing. I'm giving your ass my body too. So hey,
And I know what I'm doing.
right.
You
I mean, it's
know.
not even matter that, but it's just like people, like women will throw that sex
So
thing up. You don't understand. Just like your body is a
yeah,
virtue for you, a man's body is virtue for him. At least it should
No, it's
be.
thank you.
not.
So,
No, it's not, baby. No,
well,
it's not.
mine is.
Yes, it
I ain't.
is. A lot of women
Mine
ain't getting
is.
Y'all be
orgasms. We're
giving
not
that
finna
body
go
on
down
out.
there.
Y'all be giving
I
that
don't
body
do
on
that.
out.
I don't
A
do
Not
lot
you,
that.
of
George.
women.
I'm not.
Oh,
We
okay.
know, George, you one of the disciples. We ain't talking about you, George. You the one
Oh,
in a
okay.
million. We ain't talking about you. We talking about D Black. We talking
Right,
about D
but
Black
see,
up there in that corner,
Hey,
whoremonger and selling himself to them women and traveling all around the world, DJ and sleep with all them women in them clubs. We know about
hey,
it.
But
We heard
they
about it.
hey.
believe him. He
It's
a hoe. He a hoe. He a
you
prostitute.
gotta
Exactly.
if a man don't know what he doing, a woman not getting satisfied. And there's a whole lot of women out here that's not getting satisfied.
Sounds like a man
They're
full of
not getting orgasm.
experience. full of
They're not
experience,
getting it.
full of.
So when they meet
Sound like a
somebody
Jezebel up there.
when they meet somebody who know what they doing and everything, I feel like
They
that's
should be
more
paying
valuable.
you. They should be paying you.
You owe me, Ruth Chris.
Mm.
You know what I'm
See,
saying? I'm
that's
just
your
saying.
man problem. That's your man problem.
No, but I'm just saying. So yeah, I like to offer and surprise and give women gifts. I do just because. You know, so I can know you need something, and then you'll go use the restroom. You'll go in the kitchen, you'll go use the restroom, and I have an envelope of money sitting there, and you wouldn't even know it's there. I'll be gone, everything, then you'll be clean. I'll put it somewhere where I know you have to look, then you'll see the money sitting there. I don't want nobody to say, hey, I need $250 for my light bill. Okay, and
that was so cringe. She can't tell you she needs $250 for a light bill. You got $250 to give a bitch for a light bill. You got $250 to give a bitch for a light bill.
And she can see 23,000 or whatever in the bank account. But it's like, I'd rather give it to you. Especially when we just meet.
I don't agree with that. That's just so cringe.
Don't ask me for nothing.
But it all depends on how is she asking you too. Is she asking you in a way?
The lights is gonna get cut off.
I don't like them asking at all.
$50. The lights finna get cut off. I need the $250. That's the only way I can bring it to you.
$250, I give you $100.
I can't put on the cake.
If we just met,
with the other 150 were from where?
Whoever else she was talking to before I met her.
Right? And see, that's the thing. Y'all need a bitch to grovel and beg and be weird. Me coming in was already powerful enough.
I'll tell you this. Last time
we not connected yet.
That's
what I'm saying. When I'm talking 3 weeks to a month and a half in our communication. That is too soon.
Y'all be want to make it so coincidental. Y'all been making it so coincidental. We talk about a woman that you fooling with that's fooling with you.
How long we been fooling?
If we're together, if we say
together, that's one thing. But if we just
talking, just
hanging,
okay. So when are y'all together with a person? 3
when
weeks.
I
feel like we didn't realize.
I get together. We get together when she asks me, "What are we doing?"
Oh wow,
that no.
What are we doing?
Oh my God!
This is getting more cringy and more cringier.
When she say, "What are we doing?"
She gotta ask you to court. She gotta ask you to court her. I thought y'all was old school men. What? Wait a minute.
But men don't want to
like
court.
Our type of time period.
Nah, it's just that men don't want to court anymore. We don't want to do that.
Like,
that's a losing proposition.
You have to make sure that woman.
A woman gotta ask you what we are.
You have to make sure that woman
wants court no more. What do men want to do if they don't want to court no more?
We want to worry about our damn self.
No. It ain't that you don't want to court. You got to make sure that the person you're courting wants to court you.
And not just
you know
that.
What I'm saying? Let me tell y'all. Hold on. Let me break this down.
But women are very much emotional creatures. Y'all can definitely tell in the midst of a relationship when talking to a woman. This woman really likes me. This woman is getting emotionally attached to me. It's men that you have to check the temperature for. Women, you very much so can see. Oh Lord, she see me rubbing shoulder with the waitress. She checking me. She get jealous. She's starting to like me. You can tell from a woman's perspective.
You can tell.
You can very much so tell. Why would a woman have to tell you what we are? Women already be believing we're in a relationship.
Not all the time.
Women be already believing in a relationship.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't.
But I gotta ask you what we doing.
I'm finna tell you
when it's on. That woman house on Sundays. Y'all been there
hold on. I'm finna tell you.
Sundays I'm gonna get a home cooked meal. We having sex. We doing everything.
I'm telling you something. I'm gonna tell you something.
She washing your clothes and your drawers. What
Anthony,
we doing?
Anthony, let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all the truth.
Ask you what we doing.
Hold on.
Let
me tell y'all the truth out here. A lot of times, you women with a dude, right? Y'all doing all this stuff Sunday dinners. But if you think a lot of times y'all the only one, you not. So that's why There, a lot of that happens. A lot of times men have rosters, just like women have
But
rosters.
no. Okay, so exactly, George. That's what I'm saying, though.
Right.
Like, I understand that men have a roster. So why would I think I need to ask you what we doing? If I'm doing all of this, I'm thinking we are in building or in a relationship or we are dating, whatever the case may be. Me asking you what we are doing to signify the relationship is me asking you to be my boyfriend when I'm already doing stuff that a girlfriend is. I'm already in the girlfriend position. I'm already doing the
Right.
girlfriend shit. I'm
Right.
thinking we are in this step going towards this route. I don't know that you have a roster and you don't even see me in that way.
Right. That's
I
the
don't even
thing. See,
think
a lot
that.
of that's the thing. A lot of times,
Right.
a lot of
The
women don't
key is
understand that dude ain't seeing you that
the,
way. I'm just gonna
the
be
key
honest.
thing she's saying is
But
thinking.
But
So
he'll
you are
you're
saying
also
thinking
you are
let
and
me
singing
do
sweet.
all
You
these
are singing.
things for him
Thank
and
you.
leave me on knowing he ain't that into me.
Exactly. That's what's going
Exactly
on.
what?
I'm
But
saying a lot of
why?
times, like I see y'all's feelings about when y'all say I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but dude ain't seeing you that way, and a dude is not gonna tell you that.
But my point is, George, what I'm saying is going back to what D Black said, because he done got that pot stirred by saying that. He said you only way we truly dating is when you ask me, what are we? And
Ah,
in a woman's eyes, I'm doing this, that, and the third. I'm doing my part as a loving woman and as a girlfriend to you in a relationship type of form. My
right.
lights are about to get cut off. And because we have not solidified that you are my boyfriend or my man, my whatever, I'm me asking you is out of line.
it's
But
not that it's
everything
out
else
of
I've
line,
been doing,
right?
washing your drawers, cooking you Sunday dinners, fucking you, sucking you, we going all the way with the grown folks shit.
Uh-huh.
We're going with
Mm,
the grown folks shit and then grown folks worlds of these bills. And I'm not saying also we're talking, let's just talk logically. We're not talking about the tricks and the hoes at this point. We're talking about relationship wise.
Right.
I am a
Right.
woman that is definitely responsible for my shit, but some shit didn't happen in life. And guess who I got to fall back on a little bit? I ain't finna ask my dad. I'm not finna ask my mom. I'm finna ask the man I'm
Cause I ain't
sleeping
fucking
with.
them.
I'm finna ask the man I'm sleeping
Okay.
with.
Here,
Some shit
here,
just done happen. Some shit that caught up. Now I ain't talking about a bitch who lights off every month. I'm talking about some
right.
shit just done got caught up on me. The
yeah.
hell, some shit. I done went in between jobs, or I thought I done got a promote, whatever. I done did something. I
Whatever.
got sick.
That
Whatever it is,
right.
I
I'm now
spent
finna
all
go
my
to
money on bills and I'm broke.
yeah,
It
and
just
I'm now
depends on
finna
the
ask the man that I'm
right.
sleeping with and doing stuff for,
Okay.
who I'm also equally in a relationship with, because if the shoe on the other foot, that woman's got your back. We ain't talking about no
Sometimes.
trifling hoes. I think that's
Right.
where y'all
Okay, you talking
always
about real?
taking it.
Okay.
That's what
Now
it is. You're right.
hold up, AJ. I mean, hold up, George. Okay, Anthony. To answer your question, the ones who can't ask me for nothing are the ones that we just met. We've been 3 weeks in a relationship to a month and a half. I mean, 3 weeks in communicating to a month and a half.
Right.
I don't really know what you got going on. What other 3 or 4 guys you seeing? You don't really. We ain't crossed that bridge. We just know we're communicating, and we're a month and a half. You know, 6 weeks to 3 weeks into whatever we trying to do, whatever we doing. I
Hmm.
don't think I'm not gonna pay nobody's bills, and we just been talking a month and a half. I'm not.
No.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
and
That's out.
I think that's kind of
Now,
cringe to
now,
ask anyway,
Right.
on the contrary, if
circumstantially.
we are dating, and
And
we are
when do
like
y'all
you say,
consider
we'll use
dating?
past the 6 months, so
Where we
past the
not
six
seeing
months,
right.
Six
and
months y'all just now dating. When do we start dating? Because we got 1 month, 2 month,
This
3 month, 4 month,
I ain't doing the
5 month.
1 or 2 months.
this is my
I don't
boundary.
consider us in a serious where I feel like I need to do something to you until at least 6 months.
Yeah. And here's the other caveat. If we both seeing each other exclusively, then I'm gonna do that. Because the
When
way I'm
it's
gonna do things,
exclusive, yeah.
yeah. And here's how I'm gonna do things. When I've been in relationships, I don't have to wait for her to ask because I'm gonna listen. Or if she say her bill due, I'm be like, well, how much is it if I can do it? But if I don't offer, you can
That means you.
ask. But see, usually the way I do it, you can ask, but it depends on the situation. You know what I'm saying? It
Yeah.
really does. It
And
just
so
depends.
Well, when
So
we hit, let's say
if
we didn't hit that
we're
6 month mark.
exclusive,
Don't let me ask you, and you let me down.
3 to 3.
But
I'm gonna say a little
what
over
if the man
3.5
what if
if
the
we
man
spending
got the list?
consistent
What if
time.
he ain't got it? What if he ain't got it? See, that's where the problem come in.
Then she gonna go
The
get it
man
from
ain't
the
got
last nigga she
yeah,
was
she gonna
with.
get it from the next dude, and she gonna stop calling you.
No,
That's
she
what's
still
gonna
gonna call
happen.
you. He
Oh yeah,
just the one. Okay, a lot of women have guys that they use for certain things.
Because at
right.
the same time, if we
They
hold out the booty, you gonna get the
they
booty
have
from
what they
somebody
call
else.
That's
If a
not
woman
true.
the
hold if
dick
the woman
main.
hold
They
out
got
the
a
booty,
dick
y'all gonna get
main.
it from somebody else. I don't know why y'all act like y'all go both ways. If a woman hold
Hey,
out something on you, you gonna get it somewhere else. Whether that's cooking, home cooked meals, ass, laundry, whatever it is. If you ain't doing it no more, somebody else gonna do it for her.
Well, I tell you this.
I
I'd have
always
been
did my own laundry and I always
I'm
cooked for
just using
myself. I
I'm
didn't
just
need a
using
woman for nothing.
examples.
right,
Yeah, I don't need. You know, I'm good. I'm straight.
right.
But yeah, if we're exclusive and a woman and peep this, George, when you with you out there dating, when you
I ain't
start
dating
dating,
right now, but I've been
when
out
you
there.
start
Go ahead.
dating, you need to find a woman that wants you. You don't do the chasing.
Right.
If you do the chasing, that means who she really wanted, she couldn't get. So you're gonna
Well,
be, oh, I might as well go and get George since he called me all the time. I might
I
as
be
well
George, you
about
ain't
go
this.
no
holler at
chaser. Don't
George. He
let this
pay
nigga
my
lead you
bills.
astray.
He take me
When
out
I
to
was
eat.
sick, this something that my dad told me when I was 16. I remember we was on Union Avenue in Memphis. I was 16 years old. Me and my dad ride. He said, "Son, don't ever chase pussy. Let pussy chase you."
That's it. That's it. Because you go chasing that woman, the fact that you have to chase, you ain't got to chase behind something that wants you.
See,
If
a man
anything, you'll
shouldn't
be trying to
chase.
run
A
away
man,
from.
I see. A real man don't have to chase. A real man attracts. I'd rather attract than chase. If I got to chase you,
Right.
I ain't finna do
That
that.
ain't for
I'd
you.
rather attract you to me.
These last few relationships you've been in, George, I'm only asking because we've discussed them on this podcast. You were being chased, or was you doing the chasing like your daddy told you?
It was more. It was more so. Nah, I wasn't doing no chasing. I was just being me, and they was attracted to me. But then when I figured out this person wasn't compatible with me, then I kind of let it go. But I don't really do the chasing. I just be myself, and people just, you know what I'm saying. I'd rather do it that way than because I've done the whole chasing thing, and it's just exhausting, and it's never worth it. So the way I
I
operate
never did
now,
no chasing.
yeah.
I
But the
don't
way I
like to
do it,
run.
but the way I do it now,
I,
I just put.
I
I'm
don't,
just
I
put.
don't want to have to ask you out. You gonna have, if we gonna go out, you gonna have to ask me. I ain't finna ask you.
What I
Going
And
mean,
it
out
ain't
shit,
is
I
got
don't
one
nothing to
ask.
do
For,
thing.
with
I
who.
mean,
It ain't even got nothing to do with who gonna pay. Cause I pay, and this our first date. I ain't even expect you to pay for me. I pay for me, you pay for you. But I still ain't finna ask you. And you gonna have to. It's gonna be a certain come with
Now,
the
if we
nigga gonna
going
have to come
out,
show
I don't
me.
believe a woman should pay to go out. That's lame. That's
Okay,
lame
I
as
mean
fuck
on
for
the
a man
first
to
date
ask a
I
woman.
do. On the first date I do.
You do what?
On the first date she should.
On
But
all the
that's
Cause
dates,
nigga
really.
ain't.
But that's becoming a thing now, and I find that to be hella weird. Men going
Yeah,
on
that's weak.
dates and men going on dates and not believing that women should be paying the dates, and believing that women should take care of the date. Oh, I left my wallet at home, ass nigga. It just be like, what is that
Yeah,
going
but
to
y'all
prove?
started accepting that 50-50 shit. That's why.
yep. Y'all want to be equal, be equal. Look, just like that clip earlier. She squared up. She got what's up. I mean, it is what it is. Can't have both ways.
I'm on the flow.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just being real. I'm using logic. I'm not using my emotions. My emotions say, oh, we should do this and we should do that and we should chase. My logic say, hell no.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see. I never advise a man to chase because that means she don't really want you, and and
Yeah.
she's settling for you,
No,
bro.
I ain't
And she
doing no
gonna mess
chasing.
over you too.
I ain't doing it.
That's 8 times out of
So
10. That's where
so the
that's gonna
women should
lead.
chase y'all.
It's not a matter of chasing
Wow.
anybody.
It
I don't
ain't.
How
chase.
It's
does
I
not
that
don't want
chasing.
to
work?
No, no,
chase.
no.
Explain how
Nobody
it
should
works.
really chase nobody. Nobody should chase nobody.
That's out.
But
But the interest, who
Okay,
should
let's
say they
clear it on up
interested?
then.
Now you can meet
you
somebody
both
without
should.
doing that chasing shit or some bullshit. Fuck that chasing. You got to meet with somebody and attract the right person and get with them and have conversations. Fuck all this dating. Go to the park and talk for 3 hours. Do that. If I got to spend money to fuck with you and get to know you, you ain't worth my time.
That's true.
You know what I've
That's
noticed?
true too.
Women do
Because I
not want
believe in
providers for real. They want immature men with money. They want men who base their status off of how much money they have in their wallets. They want men who lead with their wallets. They do not want a man to genuinely be a provider in their lives. Because let's think about it. When we go onto social media now, we talk to any of the young girls now, what they talking about? He got to have some money. He got to have some bread. He got to pay for this. He got to do my nails. He got to do my hair. I'm not going on the first date unless he dropped $200, $300, $400, $5 million on me. There's nothing said about character. There's nothing said about integrity. There's nothing said about ambition. There's nothing said about goals. It's just how much money does he have? And the men who lead with their wallets are typically the men who have nothing going for themselves because they reel you in financially. They know that that is the most attractive thing about them. And because they know that's what they can offer, and you guys have made it abundantly clear that that's the only thing that you're looking for, they're winning. They're going to always come out on top. And then when you're in that relationship, because a lot of y'all are lover girls at heart, like let's call it what it is. You want to listen to the Shira Sevens and all of this, and you want to be a gold digger and a sugar baby, and you only with a man for money, but that's not really who you are. You want the relationship. You want the love. You want the commitment, right? You want the reassurance. You want the emotional connection. But see, when you don't get that, you're mad. Men are this and men are that. No, baby. You wanted the nigga with some money. Right? You don't feel safe with them. You don't feel secure with them. You don't feel like you can actually build a future with them.
Before you hit play, I want to piggyback on what George said. Very much so controlling. I want to tackle that, but I want to just say, George was like, let's no shade to George.
What did George say?
Let's not go on a date. Let's sit at the park for 3 hours and just talk. I promise you, if we sat at the park and we talk for 3 to 4 hours, the next month you're gonna be paying my light bill. I need to know when we go on a date, because finesse, the word conversation rules the nation. When going on a date, I can analyze certain things about you, opposed to me and you sitting in the park and you running me down with your lies and your bullshit and your game. I want to know how you treat a waiter.
Oh, wow.
How do you come to the date? How are you looking on the date? How are you?
Oh, wow.
How you treat the waiter?
How do you
Oh, wow.
treat your waiter? How do you treat your at a park?
So he can't walk to the park and feed the ducks. Oh wow.
No. We definitely can do that. I love that. But do not feel like because we did that, I know George was making it seem like doing that is gonna tell you all you need to know about a person.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not gonna tell you all you need to know. But I'm okay. This is just me. I want to get into
if
talking
our
to you.
first date is a picnic, I like romance. That's thoughtful. If our first date is a picnic, I'm not saying you have to spend money. But do not think you're going to be able to say, because at the park I'm gonna get hungry, my nigga. Let's not do that.
I mean, I ain't saying we ain't gonna eat.
But you gonna feed them ducks.
Stop on your way there. Stop by McDonald's. Get a little Happy Meal.
Get you some sandwiches and
number
go to the park.
No, don't play.
Don't
play in my face. Don't play in my face. You get Happy Meals for your little sister, your cousin, your granny.
Get a number one. Get a number one. Man, get a goddamn Big Mac.
You can give me the number one at Popeyes. That whole cost about $10. Popeyes is high as hell.
We ain't getting no number one at Popeyes.
Oh, you ain't giving me no Happy Meal either.
Take it to Burger King.
But he gonna
get that Whopper special.
I don't want no Whopper special. I want no Whopper special. If you gonna give me fast food, you gonna give me fast food. You need to give me a Chipotle double steak.
You just need to cook.
I'm out
maybe
here.
Sandwiches or something.
You need to give me the Chipotle double steak.
Now, you know what? My first date, we went to the damn zoo, and I wasn't even expecting to go to the zoo.
That is sweet. The zoo is
I'm not a zoo person. We went to the zoo. I didn't know where I was going. Cool. She said, hey, let's what you getting ready to do? I was like, I ain't got nothing to do for another, 3-4 hours. She said, let's go to the zoo. And me being who I am, that was the most corniest shit I ever heard. But I wasn't doing nothing. I hadn't been to the zoo in 100 years. So I said, all right, yeah, we can go to the zoo. And I ended up enjoying it. We did the little boat ride, little train ride, and all that stuff. I was like, okay, this is cool. And this was like the second day after we seen each other. So our first or second day after, we seen each other. So I was like,
the zoo is actually a really nice date. The zoo, aquarium, arcades.
I didn't think that because I was hooked on restaurant, dinner, and a movie. That was my date.
Yeah, no, I don't have to go to no expensive restaurant. I don't have to go nowhere, nothing like that.
I was chilling, and then we go catch a movie. Get the popcorn and stuff from the dollar store.
That's such a strategically cheap ass date. That's a strategically cheap date. It's forcibly cheap. There's no thought into it. Chili's and then the movie. There's no thought
Chili's then
into
the
that.
movies. That's right. That's it. That's a nice cheap date because you don't want to go out. Because what I learned too
But
growing
you
up,
didn't even. But see, you thought the zoo was cheesy, but the zoo was
yeah,
actually really cute and really
it was
nice.
nice. But my initial thought of it was cheesy and corny as fuck. But I ended up enjoying myself. But that's something I didn't do. So she took me out of my element. So I was always taught, whatever you do, you got to keep doing it. So if you jump up,
Let me ask you something.
going to
She
expensive
never have
restaurants,
said.
if you
Let's
start
go
going to
somewhere.
expensive restaurants, you
AJ,
got to
answer
keep
your
that shit up.
question.
If you paying light bills, you got to keep that up. What you were saying?
If she never had said, let's go to the zoo, how long would it took you for you said, let's go somewhere?
Nice and not Chili's.
Probably. I mean, nice is Chili's for a first date. Nice is Applebee's. Nice is Olive Garden.
But see, okay, though we get into it now because I'm like, are you picking these cheap places, these little cheap places on purpose? Because
No, they're
we're
just
not just talking
nice.
about Ruth Chris. We have Olive Garden, we have Cheddar's, we have
Right.
a fun sports bar where we can
Right.
take shots and have nice lemon pepper wings,
But I
big
like
jumbo
Chili's
screens.
food. I
Oh,
like Chili's
okay,
food.
okay, that makes sense. I don't.
Yeah, I like their food. Their steak
I like Chili's
is tight.
appetizers.
I like Outback that
Okay,
chicken
yeah,
on
you
a
never
Barbie.
mentioned Outback. Okay,
I
okay,
like
yeah. I
that
was like,
chicken
are
on a
you
Okay,
Barbie.
mentioning these
So,
cheap
Outback is
places on
Outback too
purpose?
expensive?
Because
but I
Outback
like
is
places like that. But
So
we
Longhorn
Outback,
Steakhouse.
wait a minute. Is
yeah,
Outback too
she like
expensive?
Longhorn, huh?
Is Outback too expensive?
It's just like Chili's to me.
Okay.
Ain't nothing. I mean, on the first dates, you don't want to go out because even the blues songs say, well, whatever you start out, you got to keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? So I never was one who jumped out there being wild earth. Hey, let's go to the most suspicious restaurant, trying to impress nobody. That wasn't me. Our
But
first
no
meal.
shade, I do feel like women, in a sense, know certain things about certain men, and there's certain women that have lived in a certain limelight lifestyle and all that. I don't think
Mhm.
she's going. No, I'm not. I'm using this example. I'm not shading you whatsoever. I promise. I
Oh,
don't
I know
think.
that.
I don't think a woman that's gone to high end restaurants multiple times in her life is looking for the man that goes to Chili's to take her to a high end restaurant. I don't think the
I
Billy.
have to
I don't
I
think
have
the
to
bitch.
disagree.
I don't think the bitch that's never been to a high end restaurant is going to high end restaurants. I mean, that's going to Chili's. That's going to Chili's and going to turn her nose up at it. It's definitely
Then
what Drake say. She used to soda and nuggets. She really just out here thugging. It's if you really putting it's you putting certain things out there for a particular woman to feel like, oh, this is what your vibe is. I don't think a woman that has never been to Ruth Chris is going to the Chili's guy and say, hey, take me to Ruth Chris. When she's used to Chili's and Cheddar's and she's used to Applebee's, she's used to this certain stuff. A woman that's used to high-end stuff and you're flexing. Oh,
right.
okay, you're talking my language. You're flexing and you're showing off money. You're talking my language. You're taking me to the
Right.
place that I've already been to before. So you should know
That I
what
take
yellow
myself.
yes, that I would take
Right.
myself. That where me and my girlfriends go for brunch. You should know what yellowtail is. You should know what a filet mignon with the temperature should be like. Okay, you should know what this type of outfit is in this restaurant. You should know the cut. Okay, cool. You flexing that type of money. You should have that type of sense. She don't know that
Right.
you're ignorant. She don't know that you're broke. She don't know that you've never been outside of a Chili's or an Applebee's.
Right. I get what you're saying. But on the same note, a lot of
Some
those
men,
women are shallow.
a
And
lot of men are chameleons though, girl. They can chameleon. They can act like they're high
Okay.
end nigga when they a McDonald's
thank
nigga.
thank you, AJ. That's what I'm saying. So
Do some research, okay?
with my women,
Anything
with
for
the
the
women I
poisson.
date, we go where we want to go. But mine just happened to like certain pastas at the Longhorn or the rolls at Longhorn. She liked the stuffed chicken at Ruth Chris. So it's whatever we feel like going.
Right.
So it's not
that.
we can't step out and do this, do that, do that. It's just that mine.
I like that at Ruth Chris because I go there at lunch and I take myself.
Yeah,
not because I trick niggas
that's
into
what I'm talking about.
So for you to say certain women has if they didn't been in the most expensive restaurant in the world, they're not going to appreciate going to Chili's. Then that's not the type that I would talk to anyway.
No. I mean, for the flexers, we're going back to the because that's what the top is about. Like the ones that's flexing and tricking. We're talking about the flexers. If I'm used to going to Ruth Chris and you are flipping your money around, and now that we done start talking about spending this money you flipping, and you start bringing up Chili's, and she blocks you, you being surprised and astonished and want to call her a hoe, a prostitute, you a gold digger, you this, that. You should not be shocked. You were flexing Ruth Chris money.
Right. If they was flexing Ruth Chris money and trying to go to Burger King.
And you trying to go to Burger King.
Ruth Chris money with a Burger King budget. Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah. But like I say, we just go where we want to go. So if my girl say she want to go to Maggio's or something, Maggio's, we there. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. But I don't jump off showing that. Like I said, our first meal, her sister brought us some burgers outside of McDonald's. And I really don't eat McDonald's, so I think I ended up getting a fish fillet or something like that. But she said, hey, let's ride up here. And so we sitting out in the parking lot, and here come her sister come out there with a bag. I'm thinking the sister just speaking. She said, hey, here y'all go. So we got free food. So it's like, it ain't about how much you spend on a date. It's more about the quality time that you spend together. So I'm not one that's gonna flex that. I'm not gonna do that. I just never had to do that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, and then they always bought me things first. You know,
prefer a more aggressive woman. They want the woman
I don't attract those type of women, I guess.
To tell them, hey, we dating now. We gonna go here. Because I mean, I'm trying to see like, so what if you showing me all this money? In my head, men with a lot of money are controlled, right? And you can tell that. Like when I was young, you could see that they'll take you out to eat and they ordering for you, and you don't even know me, nigga. How you know what I like?
So you would turn down a man with a lot of money because you don't want to be him controlling you.
No, you can't control me, and I don't know you, baby. We ain't gonna play them type game.
No, I'm saying you getting you attracted to him. He has the money. Y'all been talking 3 and 4 months, and you noticing he don't want you to go places.
And he controlling. Now he's controlling. He's no. And when I say controlling, I mean suppressive. I can't be me around him. I can't be myself. I got to be a certain way when I'm around him.
No. He providing everything. I don't know.
Oh hell no!
I mean, be yourself. Be yourself. I'm saying, but I don't know.
Be yourself.
Yeah, stick with that, because to say he providing everything, that don't mean I have to shallow anything about myself.
Right.
That don't mean
I have to water myself down so you can't take me at 100 proof.
Yeah, but that's the problem. A lot of women that date the men or marry the men for money, that's what they run into, and they're fine because they're cool with the lifestyle. You know.
A lot of women are fine as long as he pay the bills, he can do whatever he want to do.
Right.
Too.
They're cool with the lifestyle. You know, they want the car in the driveway.
But a lot of shit start off as Prince Charming and then turn into communism.
So women just got to be careful when they're dating men with that's all about money, because they're gonna worship their money more than the woman they're with most of the time.
A lot of times the men that lead with money are lacking confidence. or self-worth.
How did they get to that point?
Takes a lot of work. People don't want the workload that comes with that. Like, one of my favorite books is As a Man Thinketh, so I truly believe, like, whatever you put into your mind, you're going to get out. Like, how many men look in the mirror, like the mirror over there, and say, hey, I'm worthy, I'm amazing, I can make all of my dreams come true. That's why that one Kanye clip when he's like, I am a God, I love that clip.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was saying a lot of men that lead with their wallets are insecure. A lot of them, you know. And I always been, you know, confident. So I just never had to do that. But I know several
I guess the
that do.
message we want to say is, don't be yourself and try to be comfortable with who you are, because the money ain't gonna make or break you. The money gonna come and go. It's who you are that makes people stay around you. You know, the best thing a man can do for a woman is make her laugh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they say, yeah, make them laugh. You got to feed them and know how to, you know, sex them. You know, feed them and fuck them. You know, you got to be comfortable with that, because a woman want to eat now. At the end of the day, a woman gonna want to eat. Y'all gonna eat.
And like Anthony said, you can't be flashing Ruth Chris money talking about we going to McDonald's. You just think that ain't gonna work. Look like D gone. Anthony, you still here?
I was talking. I didn't know I was even on mute. I'm just talking. If you didn't say nothing, I wouldn't even notice. I was just running my mouth. Without what I was saying. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. What happened to D? He done froze?
Yeah.
Good. It's time for us to take over.
Hopefully he'll come back. But what you was saying?
I was saying was like going back to cartoons, Disney Channel, princesses. Men are supposed to be the Prince Charming, the heroes, the savior from the dragons and the
My
bad shit.
happily ever after.
My happily ever after. So why when I think I ask a man for something, he gonna look me upside my head? Because that's what a lot of men are doing. And it gives such weird energy, because I do understand people work hard for their money, whatever the case may be. But if we are dating and we are talking, I ask for something, you are offended. Like, how dare you ask me for a dime?
Especially the first couple of weeks of talking, month and a half.
Did you hear my
don't
Prince
ask me for
Charming
nothing.
speech while you coming in late? Did you hear my Prince Charming speech?
Yo,
No.
yes, I did. Yes, I did. I heard her say that.
When we think of men as women, we ain't talking about the tricks and the hoes, because that is a culture thing today. But it's some men up here that got the bill to fit, that got the money to fit that bill, and that is what it is. But
yeah, I got the
when
money to fit the bill, but just because I got it don't mean I got to spend it.
But what I was saying was,
because if we keep spending our money, we ain't gonna have nothing put up. So I believe in saving. You know, but
you can't take it all with you, D Black.
No, you can't take it with you. But what if you live a long time?
Just plan for that.
Thank you. So,
you know,
so yeah, we ain't finna just cause we got it, we ain't finna go just splurge. See the government and shit shut down. What about them government workers? You know,
you ain't waiting
they
for no
weren't
TSA.
expecting that, and now they have to get loans. They have to get their bills pushed back on the government shutdown thing because they wasn't expecting that. But guess what? What if they had 23,000 put up for a rainy day instead of eating it up at an expensive restaurant?
I get what you're saying. I mean, even our retirement needs to be accounted for. We gotta have life insurance that's gonna also leave our legacy something. I get all of it.
So
but I'm also saying you can't take it with you. Sometimes memories are priceless.
That's it. But yeah, leading with money, I just feel like that's for mostly weak individuals. A lot of men that lead with the money, and I agree. If they showing that money and they get with a woman who was attracted to them showing money, then
Drain
goddamn
dry.
it, they need to keep showing up with that money. They need to. If you gonna jump out there with Hercules money, you need to don't come up there with Minnie Mouse ideas. So I do believe in that. But like I say, ladies, if they flashing it 8 times out of 10, they've been flashing it. So don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for a man showing
like
money.
the
Because if
fake
he's
with the
showing it, that
fake
means he
dollar.
ain't used to getting it.
Man showing a fake dollar coin. It's all shiny.
Yeah, and I just
it
found
looks
out
like
about that
real
movie
gold.
money recently.
Find out about the what?
Defroze.
Mm-hmm. And also want to talk about my cricket. That Metro PCS is a D Black is really acting up today.
Hey, look, it must be look in Memphis. Every time it does that, all the wind gotta do is blow. Strong.
And that's crazy. So I'm at work. It's a girl on my team. She lives in Memphis. She say the same exact thing. That wind blowing, her internet finna start tripping. Everything finna start tripping in the house.
Mm-hmm. Everything.
And my thing is this whole 3 weeks thing. What's your opinion on that, AJ? 3 weeks. We've been talking, we've been goosing, we've been everything else. Can I ask you for some money?
Especially if we fuck.
Especially.
I didn't even have to ask you for no money. You
I
should be giving it to
should
me at this
not.
point. That's where I'm at. I'm just saying.
So no shade. I was fooling with a guy. We literally had just started fooling around, like talking. And within a week, I had moved from my mama's house to my new apartment. Me and him are in the talking stage. And I said, damn, I've never moved into an apartment that didn't have their own microwave. This place don't even have a microwave. 2 days later, he came to visit with a microwave on his shoulder. It ain't something that you just really even have to ask for.
And he got so much further.
And that's what you said.
Hello.
That's what I said, Anthony. They don't have to ask. I'd rather pop up and give it to them.
Do y'all see my screen? Like how you still frozen over there to the left? Can you see that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna screenshot it. Your screen over there you still frozen over there to the left, and do you alive?